Drove, welcome to Horsehead Bookends for the My Life with MPC live series. If you haven't done so already, please click on that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You'll get alerted anytime I post a new video. Alright, so week 7, My Life with MPC live. I've been playing around. I didn't get to play around with it much this week. Everyone got sick in my house, so we've just been fighting off this nasty cold that's been going around. So the one thing I do want to talk about this week is actually mixing your different tracks, and specifically channel mute. Now, everyone uses their MPC Live for a different thing. I got mine because I was looking for an all-in-one DAW-less workstation that I can plug different instruments into, record samples, cut, manipulate sounds, and just build an entire song without having to use a computer or a standalone recording unit, which I do have as well, that I use for a lot of live recordings. But at the same time, I want something that I could use in a live performance setting as almost an all-in-one type of tool. That I can, if my buddy calls me up and says, hey, listen, we're gonna get together and jam, I can say, alright, I just need to bring my guitar, because he's got a bunch of amps and stuff, and I can just grab my MPC Live, and we'll have, I can throw together a quick drum beat, I can throw together a quick bass loop, and just plug that in and let that play. So for me, it's a great tool. Now, one thing that I've been using that I think you've seen in previous videos is that when I create different sequences, I actually go through the tracks and start muting different parts of the actual sequence, so it actually sounds like a song, but in reality you're only listening to maybe a 2-bar little sequence that's a complete full drum kit, and as it plays I'll add different sounds to it, or I'll turn them off. So what we're going to look at today is, especially for a quick live performance, or if you're recording into a separate unit, I think it comes in super handy. So what I did was, I have a quick little 4-bar sequence that I recorded. I separated all of the different sounds through different tracks, so each sound has its own track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the track mute command and come up with something, and I'll show you how easy it is to pull something together. So let's go take a look at that now. Okay, so I have a quick little sequence set up on the MPC, and for a bass I do have the Arturia Mircofreak set up right next to it. It's off camera, but it's just so I can add a little stuff to it. So let's go into main. See, I have my sequence. We're gonna go to not main, menu, and let's go to track mute. And here you can see all my different tracks that I have. Is that what I went to? Yep, track mute. Okay, here I have all the different parts of the track set up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna mute all this right now, and let's we're just gonna start with the guitar. So let's start it up, and what you're gonna see is I'm gonna start unmuting things, and I'll add in some extra little bass, which you'll see off screen, but you'll be able to see how adding and muting and unmuting the different tracks can really build up your the song that you're doing. Okay, so that was just some playing around with the track mute. Now, the way I use this for is I'll try to create like a 4-bar drum beat. And what I'll do is I will try to create maybe like an intro, and then let's say we'll just call it verse, chorus, verse, and you add in different parts. And to create the song, I will sequence them out. But just to play around with it to see what parts I want, I create the full kit, the full sound, so if everything is going on at the same time, and then I will start muting certain tracks and removing them. And I think it's super way to just practice building a song from start to finish, for me anyway. I mean, I think it comes in pretty handy. Now, it seems pretty, I mean, maybe this is super basic for some MPC users out there, but I'm a super basic MPC user. I've had it for 2 months now, less than 2 months. So it's every day doing more, trying to learn more with it. And it's, you learn these little tricks that are super easy. So hopefully I can actually, I want to be able to completely build out a full song start to finish with just using the MPC, and I mean samples and things like that if I'm hooking stuff up to. So for the keys that you heard, I was using the Arturia Mircofreak, and it was preset 73. It's supposedly a bass program, but when you hit the octave, when you bring it up into the upper octave, it sounds great. It was a really cool lead that I'll probably use again. Now the Mircofreak's pretty new. I recently got it and I'm just really playing around with it, but it's super interesting if you want a like a little cheap synth. It's so much more powerful than I realized. So next week we'll see what we're gonna do. I'm probably gonna start diving into some more of the applications of the MPC Live. I really need to start getting into the editing process of the MPC Live, so I might want to pull some vocal drops off a record and see if I can warp them or shape them a different way, because I think that's a really good tool to have, especially if you're recording your own voice and you want to warp it or change it to hit these different drops. So I think that might be up for next week, but we'll see what the week brings. So if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, as I said earlier, please click on that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, and you'll get alerted anytime I upload a new video, and I greatly appreciate it. Any questions or comments, please post them below. Or if there's something you want to see me try to tackle with the MPC Live, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do it. Or if you have any great pointers for me, let me know too, because I'd love to learn more. I'm getting better every day. And I will try to respond to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, talk to you later.